Hey, welcome back to the channel. I want to talk to you a little bit about our decision making when we decided to purchase a manufactured home. I want to talk about the pluses about purchasing a manufactured home gets a bad rap. But I want to tell you a few things about why we purchased a manufactured home over building another home. Number one, you already know the answer. Off the rip is the price. For a price of a nice luxury, high-end luxury vehicle, we can have this home. Y'all hear that in the background? I don't know what kind of monster that is. Every time I talk. Oh, crow. A crow up above. Never mind. First of all, number one, without a doubt, it is the price. Yes, the price. And if you all know anything about Eco, he's always concerned about the price. The whole point was to unplug, to get away from the madness, the crazy, all of the madness, right? So in order to do that, to live a peaceable life in the middle of nowhere out here in the woods, deep into the country, you know, you don't need to spend a bunch of money to put a roof over your head. My goal was never to stay in the house all the time, but from time to time, I have no choice. I have to stay in the house. It's a beautiful home. If y'all want to check it out, you can see it on Gigi Natural Homestead channel. You can check out our actual home that we have. But we knew we didn't want a bunch of space because we didn't want to spend a bunch of time cleaning. We just came from 2,400 square foot house, and upstairs, downstairs, all of that, garage, all of that stuff. We knew we didn't want to do that labor of cleaning, and just paying for empty space that we never use. We almost never went upstairs in the house. That was the girls' domain, and that was their world. We knew we wanted a single level, and we wanted something that, as we get older, we can maneuver. It's big enough, it's accessible enough, and it has everything brand new. We knew that our investment would last a minimum of 10 years before we have to start replacing anything. So that was a plus. We knew we wanted a metal roof. We knew we wanted 2x6 exteriors. We knew we wanted something solid because we do live in Florida. And I don't care where you live at, everybody's different. Even when the hurricanes come, we lived in a brick home, our last home, and we still left Florida when the storms come. If we get a significant storm, something higher than a category 2, we're out of here. Simple as that. We're gonna find somewhere else to go. I don't care what style, what built homes, because when the great Mother Nature comes knocking at your door, I plan not to be there. So that's just me. So I'm really not concerned about, oh, the hurricanes this and the hurricanes that. I'm not really concerned about that. But the funny thing is, our first manufactured home that we bought back in 1997 is still there. It's still in perfect shape. Yes, they had replaced the roof. The deck that I built is still there. Everything is still there. The structure is still there. It's still being lived in by the same people that bought it from us. And yes, we did make a profit. And was it as much as a site-built home? I would say no. Let's be realistic. But it was on its own separate land. It was not leased land, was not rented land. It was land, and it was a home. That makes a difference when you own a manufactured home. Always remember, don't get a manufactured home if you don't own the land. If you don't own the land, there's no deal, okay? So with that said, the cost. The second thing was time. OMG. Time. To build a house during the time that we needed to actually get out of that RV and into a structure. We had enough of the RV life. We have found out what we need to find out about off-grid living. We have a cabin to this day. I'm gonna spin you around to my cabin. Cabin is still there. Cabin's still there. And it is totally off-grid. Now, we can connect it to the power source at any time we need to. We have that availability. But let me give you an option. When you own multiple acres, you can create retreats all over your land. We don't plan to always live just in one structure. We're gonna have structures planted throughout the property. And we will have our little retreats in different places. Or if we're working on a certain portion of the land and we just feel like taking a nap in a structure or chilling, relaxing in a structure, we're gonna do it. And we're gonna decorate them all different, with all different theme, with all different vibe, and all those things. You have these options, what I'm saying, without tying up your money with the conventional way of buying a house You paying 30 years, now 40 years for something, and your family grow out of it. You leave it there, they sell it before you gone, and you pouring all your money and your sweat equity into a home, into a house, and you don't get the chance to do this. Go outside, go for walks, or go to the beach, or go on trips, or doing this because you're working so much for something you rarely stay in because you're spending more time at work than at home. So let me go back to cost. Cost, I looked at a site-built home the same size, the same square footage. I got multiple quotes from multiple people, and I took my time. And I mean, I went out-of-state builders, I went in-state builders, I did different structures, different this and different that. The average price of a home, that the size of our home is around 1,300 square feet, nothing big, perfect for us, totally perfect for us. It ran about anywhere from $200,000 to $260,000. That was kind of the range, from $200,000 to $260,000. Our particular model, because we did do some add-ons, we didn't get the basic single manufactured home, single wide. We did get upgrades. Like I said, we did get a metal roof in, we did get the certain windows. We got 6-foot tall windows in places. We did get 2x6s all the way around. It's a wind zone 3. We didn't get the standard wind zone for the minimum requirements. We wanted something rugged and sturdy. We also paid additional underneath the actual setup as far as the foundation pieces, the tie downs. I did a video a long way back where you can see all of that. We paid for extra, more faucets, what's the name of that? Whirlpool appliances. Everything was nice and robust and exactly what we wanted, right? Fireplace and all that good stuff. The reason why, because we knew we wanted to live there and we wanted to truly enjoy it. Now, a manufactured home in Florida, now remember, I'm in the state of Florida. Land prices are different, land values are different. Everything is different. Your car is different, the price of gas is different, everything is different. So when you compare these prices, just understand, I'm in the state of Florida. You have to do your own research wherever you may be living at. But for us to purchase this, it ran just a little bit south of $120,000. So with $120,000 and a real robust down payment, I'm looking at, my goal is within 5 to 6 years, completely paid for. And at my age, that's a blessing. And I don't see no way where it would hurt me or strain me to do that with ease, right? So just imagine, you're a young family, you're thinking about getting a homestead, you might want to consider a manufactured home, something that you don't have to spend a lot of years paying for. And the beautiful thing is, if you get tired of it, this is the crazy thing, if you get tired of it, you can always sell it. And you can still build your house and do whatever you want to, if that's what you want to do. Or you can take the savings, because even with us paying extra money to the actual principal and buying it down quickly and paying it down quickly, our mortgage still would be less than if we financed the $260,000 house. And our mortgage still would come down less than that. So just imagine that. Just imagine that for a minute. Use your creativity. You'll see later on, right now I'm constructing outdoor decking. I'm going to be doing all kinds of different things creatively. We're going to do all the different decadence that we do, but it's going to be simple. It's going to be fine. But we're not straining, we're not hurting, none of that kind of stuff, because we made sure that we want to live a lifestyle where we're not pouring everything into one object. You know, all of these expensive cars, all these boats and all this stuff, we are not pouring into one object. We are diversifying what we're putting into. Okay? Third wise, like I said, I can pay it off easily. It's something that can be achieved. It's no different from me buying a wide body Mopar. There's no difference. Me buying a high-end, not the Mopar is high-end, but if I bought a nice little Bentley, a nice little S-Class Benz, it's no difference, you know what I'm saying? It's just like if I could have bought a truck, but I bought a tractor. So it's different things that you could do on the homestead that it may not be flamboyant to the people out there, but for you, it's all about comfort, sensibility, and it gives you options. So if we need to get away, we're not, oh my God, how are we gonna pay for this mortgage and pay for this and pay for that? We can easily say, yeah, okay, let's plan, let's go ahead and do it. Because of the fact we had that flexibility. Number 3, or number 4. I get confused which one it is. Please ignore the numbers. Let's move on to the next reason why. I said time. We got this particular model out here, purchased, bought, closed on, and delivered within 3 weeks. I said 3 weeks, fam. 3 weeks, count them up. 1, 2, 3. Versus 12 months, minimum. They was telling me that was minimum at the time. Maybe different now, but at the time, 12 months, minimum. It was across the board because of the demand at the time, right? So imagine this. I think I might want to purchase a home. 3 weeks is there. It's done. The crew came like clockwork. They did the same, almost the same thing as building a house. They did the filling. They had to bring in a certain soil. They had to prepare for the foundation. A guy came out with equipment. He did all the pad. We had people coming in from the AC, from the electrical, plumbing, everything. Everything was there. Everything was set up. Now with the home, I would have had to buy blinds. I would have had to change the light fixtures. Sometimes to get the price down, I would have had to change the sink out, the faucets to get the price down. I wouldn't have a refrigerator. I would have had to buy a refrigerator. Now I'm talking about on top of the $200,000, I still would have had to buy all of these things that I didn't even have to worry about. No microwaves to worry about. The only thing I had to buy was and we didn't have to do that because we did. We bought a TV. All right, yeah, that's what we bought. The rest of it, just walk in, move in, ready. It's ready to go. And you sitting, chilling, relaxing, 3 weeks later, right? Now, I can't promise you that will happen where you are, but the particular dealer that we use, she is phenomenal. And she makes it happen. She makes dreams come true. But anyway, going back on track. The typical wait time is anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks, I think, on a typical manufactured home from you picking it out and it being delivered to your location. Of course, the time can decrease greatly if you get one that's already on the lot and if they're willing to sell it, the one that's on the lot. Not only will the time limit decrease, but in some cases, even the price can decrease. So you can get a lot for your money. So we got this for, well, a little bit less than $100 per square feet in 2024. We bought this at the end of 2024. So with that said, that's pretty darn good leading into 2025, right? Another reason why we decided to get a manufactured home, everything is new, completely new. I love it. It's already done. It's turnkey. You just bring your furniture in and it's done. It's just that simple. It is just that simple. Most of the time, if you buy a home, you got to paint the walls, you got to do this, you got to put up this, you got to do this. We did have to hang curtains. We did that. But we out here in the country, it wasn't no big rush to do none of that. We took our time, and Gigi picked out what she wanted and ordered it, and it was here, and Eco put it up, right? Just that simple. So these are some things that you might want to consider about whether you want to purchase a manufactured home on your raw land, and these are the benefits in doing it. It's up to you to make the choice, but here's the option. This is the reason why we chose that option. And like I said, especially if you're around my age or a little bit north of my age, time is precious. They say time is money, but time is more valuable than money. And I'm telling you, fam, you might want to do your research, but like I said, with anything else, do your research. Not all cheap and good deals are created equal. And if you are deciding to go along with a manufacturer or a manufactured home, the salesperson is not the person that should impress you. The staff, the whole entire staff, the owner, the manager, everybody should impress you, and you want to know about their team, about who they come, who they use to set up, all of that. You want them to talk you through on how that process works, because all of that makes difference. After the sale, how soon will they get somebody out there to come and they do the final inspection? They go ahead and fix if you got drywall like we had, if you got any cracks or any dings or any touch up for paints or anything, they come out, they do all of that. But give it some time, sit there in your home, let your home settle, because it's going to need to settle for a few weeks or so, and then they will schedule someone to come out and do that final walkthrough with you, and take the time to be there when they're doing that final walkthrough. Ask a lot of questions. That person that comes to do the final walkthrough, to do all the touch-ups and everything, very knowledgeable in most cases. They're very experienced about what's good and what's bad about each particular home. So just remember, consider these options. And if you like the content, if you're curious on what's the difference between our cabin and our manufactured home, I'll do a video on that. If you're interested in that, leave it in the comments. Let me know you're interested in that, and we'll talk about that process too, and going through that process. And I'll give you some alerts too, some things to be careful of before you purchase your cabin. I can give you some tidbits on that too as well. If you're interested in that, leave a comment below. And if you made it this far, hit the subscribe button. Come on, let's fellowship. And by the way, hit the like too at the same time. Y'all be well, stay blessed, and don't forget to keep on growing. Grow. Till next time, y'all.